is to help people understand things, like maybe they don't understand it, to help them understand things, or maybe to make them confused so they can think of something on a deeper level?
I don't know that I would say to confuse. I would say, for me, I try not to write things for other people. Like, I try not to be like, I'll teach someone with this.
Like for yourself.
For me, it's mostly I write poetry just because I have a thought or a feeling that I feel like I need to get out. I usually don't really think about the way that someone else is going to interpret it.
Yeah, I mean, like the way you're interpreting it. Do you interpret your writing as something to help you understand, or like for you to read it again and understand it, or something to make you think about it? Like a question that makes you think more than you usually do.
I would love to answer that it's to make me think more than I usually do, but that's probably not accurate. I think for me it's really just to kind of get it out. I often find like when I'm struggling with an idea or a feeling or a situation, if I write a poem about it, it helps me
Find the answer?
Work through it kind of in a way, or just to be able to express it, because sometimes it's just hard to express things, and when you can't do it, it gets stuck inside you. That's what happens to me. So when I am able to like put it out in a way that feels good, and I'm like, this is accurate, then I can kind of just be like, okay, like now I can move on to the next thing. But I also, it's nice to be able to read them back and be like, oh yeah. My thing for like whether or not my poem is good is like if I can read it back, you know, in a few days or a week or whatever, and still be like, oh yeah, I know what I was saying here. Because sometimes I'll like write a poem and be like, I don't know. I mean, I went through phases where I would write totally weird stuff, you know, and that can be fun, I guess. I'm thinking of like one specific poem that was like the lines were all choppy and like in different places on the page, and it just didn't really like follow thought, but it kind of had a good rhythm to it, but that was kind of it. There's something that's like valuable and interesting about that, but if it's not saying something, I don't know, like...
Do you think poems are more to, how do I say this, to try to answer a question without thinking of variables? For example, like, to say you're wondering what to do on something. I have an example here.
Okay.
Is it wrong to be friends with someone who is only kind to you and hurts everyone else? Do you think poems can help you try to answer that question without thinking of the variables, like the specifics of that person?
What was the question again?
Is it wrong to be friends with someone else? Someone who is only kind to you but hurts everyone else.
And you would want to know, like, can you write a poem that
do you think poems can help you answer these kinds of questions? Because this question personally I've been thinking about for a while, trying to not consider the variables, like what that person has been through, why that person's like it, like just to answer it off the top of my head. I've actually been doing a social experiment to ask people things like these.
Yeah.
Do you think
I feel like, what comes up for me is I'm like, wow, you could write so many poems about that one question or that one topic, you know. Like what you said earlier about writing from a different person, you know, point of view. You could write something that's very like, no, I don't want to be friends with you, you know, something like that. Or you could write it from her point of view, or from someone they hurt's point of view, or from, you know, there's so many different, like that's actually a really interesting like exercise to try to,
I've been in that situation.
To try to answer a question by writing. Yeah, I don't know the answer. I think yes, you can. You probably, but I wouldn't know. Yeah,
that's
you
a
can.
good place to start for a book.
Yeah.
You have a character who's trying to figure that out, because it sounds like it's kind of a moral. It's a value judge, like, because you might questioning, am I a bad person for being friends with this person? I mean, that was the question that would come up, and then what does that mean? Yeah, that's a really
super interesting to explore.